Charlie sat there thinking, I'm fucking sick of this. My mum's ill. My dad died last year. I've got to read this bullshit. You can see the stress on his face. Look at him. He's thinking, I want to go home and have a nice big swiggle of fry. Quadruple the fry.
Will play a leading role in defending democracy.
Jesus, look at the state of Charlie. Poor bloke.
To support the people of Ukraine.
He said, I've had to read about Ukraine again. Fucking sick of it.
To improve living standards and fund
he knows that it's all bollocks that's road down there. Poor bastard still got to read it. He sat thinking to himself, well, how are they going to sort any of this?
And cutting taxes. Her Majesty's ministers will support the Bank of England to return inflation to its target.
Dear me.
A bill will be brought forward to drive local growth, empowering local leaders to regenerate.
He's thinking, get me the fuck out of here.
Everyone can share in the United Kingdom's success.
You can tell he doesn't want to be anywhere near where he is, don't you?
Will be reformed,
but this is a sign of things to come. Charlie on his own. Our Lizzie hasn't got long left. I haven't heard now from her in a while.
Cleaner services and enabling more innovation. Legislation will be introduced to modernise rail services and improve reliability.
His face is getting redder.
Her Majesty's ministers will bring forward an energy bill.
He's going to have a palpitation now with Charlie.
Cleaner and more secure energy. This will build on the success of the COP26 summit in Glasgow last year.
Yeah, right.
Draft legislation to promote competition, strengthen consumer rights, and protect households and businesses will be published. Measures will also be published to create new competition rules for digital markets and the largest digital firms.
He looks shattered, doesn't he?
Will establish the UK Infrastructure Bank in legislation with objectives to support economic growth and the delivery of net zero.
Must feel like he's sat there repeating himself.
Reforms to education will help every child fulfill their potential.
Tell you what, if I was sat there having to read that, I'd doze off.
Quality of schools and higher education.
I bet you, as bad as his mother is, and his father's died last year, and he's got to deal with that Boris Johnson on a regular basis, I bet you he's thinking, you bastard, you were sat there drinking white wine while my dad was barely cold in his coffin. I bet you Charlie here could knock Boris clean out one shot. One shot, bang. Broken jaw for Nito. Thank you, good night, Vienna.
Public sector procurement will be simplified to provide new opportunities for small business.
Sat there thinking, who the fucking hell wrote this? I didn't.
New legislation will strengthen the United Kingdom's financial services industry, ensuring that it continues to act in the interest of all people and communities.
He's dying to say the fucking lying.
Protection regime will be reformed. Her Majesty's government will continue to champion international trade.
Yeah.
Delivering jobs across the country and growing.
Look, he's nearly started to laugh there when he said delivering jobs across the country. He was dying to piss himself laughing there. Mind you, so would I, because how can we do any of it? We can't do any of it. This country is going to be on its own before long. It's on its knees. It's dying.
And scientific innovation at home. Legislation will unlock the potential of new technologies to promote sustainable and efficient farming and food production.
Yeah, plant-based.
Her Majesty's government will protect the integrity of the United Kingdom's borders and ensure the safety of its people.
Well, how are you going to do that, Charlie? It's all waiting for you.
Ministers will take action to prevent dangerous and illegal channel crossings and tackle the criminal gangs who profit from facilitating them.
We haven't been able to do that for years.
Legislation will be introduced to ensure the police have the powers to make the streets safer.
You must know, Charlie, it's the same thing every year. You must have realised by now. I mean, I know you didn't care when you were younger, but you're going to have to do this before long. Every single year, you're going to have to read the same crap. You might want to insist on writing it yourself, because you clearly haven't wrote that.
Her Majesty's government will lead the way.
I wonder if Boris said, look, Charlie, I'm sorry, you know, I've been a bit of a prick. I've had parties when your dad was laid there in his coffin and your mother was beside herself at wit's end, and I'm stood like a pillock dancing having parties. I'm sorry, pal. I wonder if they had a glass of whiskey and, you know, like buried the hatchet. Or maybe even a white wine. And I wonder if Liz turned around and said, you know, yesterday morning, Charlie, son, I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going over there. I've been every year for 60 years. And I just don't feel like going. Will you do it, son? I wonder if that's how it happened.
Her Majesty's government will ensure the Constitution is defended. Her Majesty's ministers will restore the balance of power between the legislature and the courts by introducing a Bill of Rights. Legislation will prevent public bodies engaging in boycotts that undermine community cohesion. Her Majesty's government will introduce legislation to improve the regulation of social housing, to strengthen the rights of tenants, and ensure better quality, safer homes. Legislation will also be introduced to ban conversion therapy. Proposals will be published to establish an independent regulator of English football.
Yeah. Like, that's important.
Of the Platinum Jubilee, Her Majesty looks forward to the celebrations taking place across the United Kingdom.
If she sees it, the poor bastard.
And to the Commonwealth.
She might not even make it. I hope she does.
Members of the House of Commons, estimates for the public services will be laid before you. My Lords and members of the House of Commons, other measures will be laid before you.
Tell you what, I hope that no sweat Randy Andy paedophile has nothing to do when Liz dies. You're best off just sending him off somewhere and having nothing more to do with him. The dirty bastard. See, now that's what I don't like. He could have said to that, I know he's royalty, but he could have said to that man there who's give that letter to, he could have said, well, I'm finished with that, mate, thanks very much. Know what I mean? Just no manners at all. Doesn't matter that the royalty. Manners don't cost anything, do they? Could have said, oh, cheers, mate. Finish with that now. See, now, if that was me, I'd have turned my wife there, Camilla, and I would have said, that went all right, love. You know, I did all right there, didn't I? You might do when they get outside, look. Dear.